Sit, relax, relax. Welcome everyone to Make Your Day Richer. I am your host, Jimmy Fallon. Today's guest stars as Shrek in Shrek the Musical at Flowertown Players in Summerville, South Carolina. It runs August 8th, which is this Friday, through the 24th. Zach is blending performance, skill, and heart, both on stage and behind the scenes. He serves on the board of directors as secretary, and he helps champion creative outreach and inclusive storytelling. This summer, he led the Adventurers Academy, a Dungeons & Dragons-inspired camp empowering middle schoolers through fantasy, teamwork, and imagination. And mark your calendars, because Flowertown Players has an inclusive night this Thursday at 7:30. It's free and open to individuals with mental or physical disabilities, their families, and caregivers. So if that sounds like a good show to you, click that like button, click that share button, and let's start the show.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Zach, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
I'm very excited about what's happening this weekend at Flowertown Players. Shrek opens.
Yes, it
on
does.
Friday. How exciting. Now, you're playing Shrek, correct?
That's me, the big green ogre himself.
Oh, now, when you get cast as something like that, do you feel bad that you're getting cast as the big green ogre, or is it exciting?
It's very exciting. This is definitely a dream role. It's one that I've listened to the music for years, and as soon as I had the opportunity to audition for it, it was something that I definitely was striving for.
So you're playing such an iconic role, an iconic character.
Yes.
How do you make it your own?
That's a really good question. Because definitely with any show that's based off of a known work like Shrek, or another show like Mean Girls, or anything where people are familiar with the source material, there are definitely iconic and specific lines and beats that people are expecting you to hit. So while you work to hit those and make it as familiar as possible for people, it's definitely fun to put your own spin on things. There's lots of opportunities for your own inflection and interpretation of some of the lines, that because the lines written for the musical are definitely not all the same from the movie, but there are some that are the same. So it's interesting to be able to interpret that as an actor.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, how does the musical does it relate at all to the films? Like, does it have that storyline, or like, can you tell us a little bit about the show?
Yeah, so Shrek the Musical definitely follows the same storyline as the original DreamWorks film Shrek. So as best as you can for some of the scenes, adapting it to a stage. So for instance, having a dragon, we don't have a life-size dragon in the show, but we do have a very phenomenally talented performer, Julia Sorensen, who I believe actually has been on your show before.
She's been on the show, yeah.
Yes, so she's performing as Dragon and is playing it every single night.
How fun! What is like rehearsals? What have those been like? Bringing like, because everybody knows, like you can say Shrek and everybody knows exactly what that is. So what has that been like to put all of this together?
Yeah, so definitely there's been some pressure to match Mike Myers' Scottish accent and ability, which has been fun to attempt. But that's where I kind of have my own flair on it, because my Scottish accent sounds a little different than Mike Myers.
Making it sound like Fat Bastard or something from Austin Powers. Yes,
exactly. So trying to find that balance and blend. But it's been such a blast to work with an incredibly talented cast. Our rehearsals have been so smooth and effortless. We realized we had such a very strong show a couple weeks before we even opened. So we're ready to go. We've been practicing, and outside of a regular rehearsal spaces, there's been people getting together to make sure everything's smooth and 100% where it needs to be. We've got some young actors in this cast as well, so they've really stepped up and met everyone where they need to be, and it's just been a big commitment from everybody. But beyond just the actors on stage, our crew is top notch. They've been preparing us since day one, even probably before day one, to get ready for the show.
I love that. And like I said, it's at the Flowertown Players. It opens on the 8th, goes through the 24th.
Yes.
Were you a theater kid?
I was a theater kid. Growing up, I did theater all throughout middle school, high school, a little bit in college, but basically after college, I kind of took a 10-year hiatus from stage, focusing on career. And when my time has allowed me recently, now I've been getting back in this past year. So every chance I get now, and it's usually limited to just the musical spaces. I have a background in singing, so my acting is where I'm a little more working on those skills, but my confidence in singing definitely shines through on that.
I love that. What brought you after a decade of not doing it? What prompted you to get back into it?
I think being a theater kid, it never really leaves you. And those memories you have growing up and spending time with friends, having time and being on stage and performing, that itch was always there. And until I recently had a change of working schedule and balance with life, it has always been something I've wanted to get back into. And last year, with a production of Beauty and the Beast, also at Flowertown, I was like, I've got to get back into it. And ever since then, it's been jumping headfirst, giving it everything I can. So it's been a blessing to be there. So this is now my third show with Flowertown. We did Beauty and the Beast, and then Into the Woods this past spring, and then now Shrek the Musical.
Do you know what's next for you?
What's next for me? Well, looking at the lineup that we have at Flowertown this year, we've got 5 amazing shows, and our season planning committee did such an incredible job of bookending this season to where we open with Shrek, and then we're closing this season with Little Shop of Horrors in May, I want to say. So that's definitely something I'm eyeballing. It's a show I've always wanted to be a part of, and am looking at the possibilities for what it could be. It's a show I'd love just to be somebody in a trench coat, just standing out there having a good time in Skid Row. But it's definitely something that's on the horizon. And we've got 3 other great shows throughout the season as well.
Cool. So we're just putting that out there that Zach wants to be a part of that show next year.
Putting it out there. Wink, wink, director of Little Shop. Yeah.
yes. For Shrek, like, what's the age range for this show? Like, who should be coming to see it?
That's a great question. It's family friendly, so everyone's welcome to come see it. Just similar to the movie Shrek, the DreamWorks movie, there is a little bit of, innuendo with kind of adult-ish jokes, but nothing that's offensive for any family member to go see with their children.
Okay, good. I also want to talk a little bit about the camp that you did for middle school kids, because I think that's so. As a kid who grew up, I didn't even know what theater was. That Broadway was even a thing in middle of Wisconsin. So I had no theater classes, and so that you provide, tell everybody what you do, because I think it's amazing.
So this past summer, we put on a Adventurers Academy camp for middle schoolers. It was a Dungeons and Dragons themed storytelling summer camp, where basically we used some acting and improvisational skills and games through the lens of Dungeons and Dragons. So all the kids that wanted to get out and maybe not feel comfortable on stage, but want to use their imaginations, it was a phenomenal time. I think I had more fun than the kids did every day going home and working on building our imaginative world that we created. I remember clearly the first day we made our world, it was called a Zealand, and it was shaped like a piece of pizza. And then there were toppings on everything, and the characters they created and just the story they built. It was so much fun. And I hope it's something we continue to do every single year. I'm a self-proclaimed nerd. I admit that and accept it wholeheartedly. Dungeons and Dragons has been something I've been passionate about, but haven't really had a lot of time to really play and get a group together. But being able to use theater-based skills and storytelling, it was just a very memorable week for us back here this past summer.
I love that. Is there somewhere that people can go to find out if it is going to go next year, or how they sign up? Or
Definitely. So if you keep checking our flowertownplayers.org website whenever we offer camps for next summer, that would definitely be something to look back. And hopefully we had a pretty good turnout. So it's potential to be another one to show back up. But every summer we do those camps on top of, we have 2-week camps of mini shows. So this past summer we did Wonka Jr. and Mean Girls Jr., which was a 2-week long intensive summer camp where they go from start to finish and put on a whole show that weekend. So we have a lot of great things to offer throughout the summer, but also some shows throughout the year for kids specifically.
I love that. Where can people go get the tickets for Shrek the Musical at
Yes,
Flowertown Players?
definitely. If you go on the website, flowertownplayers.org, you can still purchase season tickets at this point in time and single show tickets. So if you wanted to get the deal for 5 shows at a cheaper rate, and you can buy these season tickets, or if you just wanted to pick up the shows you want to see, you can buy those on there as well. I believe they're $35 for adults and then $30 for senior, student, military as well.
Cool, thank you. Now, I want to. This is a little off topic, but not really, because I love hearing when people are in multiple things, especially in nonprofits and community theater, because there's so many places that people can show their support outside of on the stage. And one of them is being on the board. One of them is running concessions. We talk about it every time someone from your theater is on here about ways.
Mm-hmm.
But did you just also join the board?
I did just join the board about a month or two ago. Basically, from the moment I set foot in Flowertown, I felt very welcomed by the community there. I felt appreciated for all my efforts and everything I did, and I wanted to do everything I could in turn to give back to that community. I have a background in management, and then also I spent a lot of time in Greek life in college running nonprofit organizations on that end. So I wanted to be able to help however I could. So this year, I'll be serving as the secretary for the board of directors here at Flowertown.
I love that. Outside of buying tickets, season tickets to go to Flowertown Players, how can people support and connect?
Also, if you check out the flowertownplayers.org website, there's a link on there for volunteering. So if anyone wanted to sign up to be an usher or to support with our community set building days or painting days, there's a ton of different options for people to connect. We post links for auditions. So if anyone wanted to get on stage, if you wanted to support off stage, whether it's being crew or just anything you're interested in, just jump on there, comment on a Facebook post. There's people that are checking these things constantly and interacting with our community on a daily basis.
And let me tell you, as someone who I just volunteered to usher a show at a theater near me, and I think it was like the most fun evening of my entire life. Like, to see everybody, to interact with everybody coming in and family members and friends and people excited to see that show while you're showing them to their seat and handing them. It was so much fun to interact with people that way. So I would tell anybody that ushering is a great way. And then you get to see the show. So
and we have a very dedicated group of ushers that have been doing it for quite some time. They support us in more ways than we can count. But yes, there's always opportunities for new people to join in. We recently, this past weekend, had an open house for the community to come visit the theater, to watch us while we were painting our set for Shrek. And there were several people that were saying, hey, I've never been here before, but I'd like to join in, and what can I do to help? So directing people to find the link to volunteer and to just ask questions, and we welcome everybody.
Love that. What do you love most about your life right now?
What do I love most about my life right now? Right now, I'm really, it's 100% Shrek, exploring the character. Still every day I'm finding a new layer to dig into, and it's finding those parallels from that character to my own life and how I'm able to relate what I'm going through and feeling to what the character is dealing with on the stage. It's just been such a blessing. We've got such a talented director. Her name's Sarah Daniel. She has helped every single person to find emotional connections to their characters. And it's really been such a treat to work with her. And this experience has been one that I'll always remember.
I love that. Well, I appreciate you taking some time to come hang out with me and tell everybody about Shrek and everything going on at Flowertown Players. The star of Shrek. We're talking to Shrek right here. Flowertown Players opens Friday. Go get your tickets for this show and season tickets. Zach, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, come back anytime. Come back when the other show in the spring, when you're casting that.
Okay.
All right. We'll take a break and be right back after this. Don't go away. Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well-being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. Welcome back, everyone. Don't get too excited, but Clay Aiken liked one of our programs, one of our shows on Instagram. And I just want to say, Clay, open invitation. Anytime you're in Charlotte, stop by. If you're not, we'll throw a TV screen up and you can join us virtually. Okay? Go make your day richer, everyone. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. We will see you tomorrow. Go get your tickets to Shrek the Musical right now. Bye-bye.